subscribe. Okay. But since we all know like how we started from here, it'd be easy to follow the introduction. I was thinking of doing just talking to the camera alone, but uh, as I'm thinking here, it's more natural to just go over and just do it faster this time. I'm gonna start with the diligent definition is gonna be there on the board, and whatever wants to read it real quick. Then we're gonna explain the concept of the wrinkles and all that. We're gonna go through each one of those 5 or 6 very quickly. Very quickly, we're gonna show them the mythology. We have this. We're gonna show them on the board. This is mythology, definition mythology. This is the mythology we have around the world. They have different beliefs and different gods, and an understanding of the nature around them. Then quickly to holiness, where they started, who gave it, who claimed that it was. Then quickly after that, Judaism. We don't need to go much into that. People don't know. I think what they believe on, how they got what they got because they took they perverted the holiness that was supposed to be holy for. They're supposed to give to the world and kept it as their own religion because they didn't want to give the honor to Jesus and his people, really. And then Christianity, how that's also a perversion of the second retry of introducing the holiness again. And then after Christianity is Islam, which they claim the prophets was shown up to by angel in the cave and gave them Islam, but which is easily disproven, easily, And then after that, it's atheism with the Taoism and explaining the galaxies and all this kind of stuff. So they're just trying to remove God out of everything altogether from existing. Religion.
Religion.
How you say that in Portuguese?
Just for I already said it one time.
Religion. We want to read that.
All right. The belief in and worship of a superhero power of
Superhuman.
Human power or powers, especially a god or gods.
Especially God of gods. Okay. We have religion. We have 5 major religion, and there is branches of them. We're not gonna count those because they're just branches of. It's like having a U.S. Country, and then we have all the CIA, FBI. We don't count that as a different country. They're just branches of it. So you have 5 major, then or 6. We're gonna count them later. Then we have the branches of it, which, for example, in Christianity, we have Catholics, the agnostics, not agnostics, Pentecostals, the Baptists, the Jehovah's Witness, various. Those are branches. Don't count those. So we're gonna go just the main frame, the beginning, the body. Okay. After in religion, we have the first religion ever showed up on the earth, according to history and me, a student of history, is mythology. Go definition mythology.
Alrighty.
Read that.
A collection of myths, especially one beginning to a particular religion, belonging to a particular religion or culture or tradition.
Culture tradition. We have many of those. Many of those watching knows mythologies. If you have, let's go to different type of mythologies.
We learned it in school too as well.
Yes. This is just scroll to them, let them watch Egyptian mythology. That's familiar. Norse mythology, Thor, Odin. Loki, you guys seen the Marvel, the MCU. So you guys know about that. Celtic mythology, very interesting one. I don't know about that, but I want to learn that. I know. What else? What else seems familiar? Chinese mythology, very interesting. Is there a Japanese mythology here?
No, not on this page. But
Japanese? That's one
sure
of my favorites. Okay, this is how many we have. How many are there? Can you count them?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Basically, every major country or culture or empire had it. They had a God's religion. They just made it up, which we're gonna go through at some point. For example, one of the first, where it all started in Babylon, or in title of Bible. You know, we have this man there, Isis, and his son and his mother, and they always came in form of three. Human try to explain the existence of the world and the gods in the three patterns, which we're going to get into later once we start studying this. But after mythology, another religion appeared amongst all this. All these major countries, culture, religion have their own different distinct God, their own names, their own attributes and powers. But amongst all that, which I will call I will call mythology the first. Picture the planet as a body of water, right? Each religion that comes into it is a droplet of water, and those droplets has ripples effects, right? Which beliefs, which causes influence, which causes order, devotion, and all this kind of stuff, right? But there's numerous ripples that happen, and once the ripples meet each other, cause conflict also, because then they gotta, which one's superior, either militarily or in words, in promises, and that kind of stuff. First ripple, though, is mythology. Second ripple came to a man that, well, the three major religions agree, Abraham, and that religion is holiness. People don't know about this. They assume it's Abrahamic faith. No, it's holiness. God came in the book we're going to get into, all the major details. God came to Abraham and provided him with a religion named holiness. Be ye holy as I am holy, God said to him. Not be he Christians, not be he Catholic, not be he Abrahamic. No, we did not come to Abraham to give him the Abraham religion. No, it didn't do that. Right? So after that, we have to agree that what holiness means.
Holiness is a commonly defined as being separate or set apart. God is holy in that he is set apart from everything that is not God, and God's people must be holy by being set apart from sin. Holiness, according to the definition, is separation that entails moral purity. Purity.
Very good definition. That's what God came to do. From all the first ripple of mythology, God picked a man, set him apart, took him out of his house, took him out of his land, told him, go here. Set yourself here. I'm going to give you all this land for you and your generations. And God gave him a promise. And God told him, circumcised. That's the thing between me and you. That sets you apart from everybody else. All this statue of God, throw that out. You have only one God. And that sets you apart from everybody else. And so God set him apart to be holy, to make a people of holy convocation. That's the second ripple, which will hit with the first ripple, because now there's two ripples now. Now there's one man set apart trying to live amongst the first ripple, which we're going to go into detail in the Bible. We're going to show how that caused major clash. Let's go to the third ripple.
The third ripple was Judaism.
Third ripple, Judaism. Read the definition of Judaism.
On the side, remember?
On the side,
yeah, sorry,
down below.
Judaism is the oldest Abrahamic religion. Judaism is monotheistic and widely a hold up, let me move to the side. All right, that's it. And widely a ethnic religion. It comprises the collective spiritual culture and legal traditions of the Jewish people, having organized as an organized religion. I made a bitch of that. But Orgery as an organized religion in the Middle East during the Bronze Ages.
Okay. So First ripple, mythology, started back in Babylon, and originally from the Tower of Babel, which that's Babylon. That's originally from. And they had their gods. Second ripple, God came to show up to a man. Three major religions claim this, believe this to be true. So let's put that aside from the claim. Let's assume it's true. God came to a man and set him apart to be holy. And out of that one man came a group of people we call Jews. We have 12 of their
Tribes?
Tribes, yeah, 12
yeah.
tribes of Judaism, right?
Abraham and the stuff.
Out of them, they, according to Jesus, they got corrupted. They corrupted themselves and stole the honor of being the leaders of the group, and they came up with the new religion, Judaism, after the Jews, after their own selves. They based it upon Abrahamic faith, but Abraham had a faith. His faith was not upon himself; it was upon God, which is holiness. So that alone should indicate like how that happened right there. Okay, then after Judaism, another ripple happened. Now we have three ripples clashing with each other, right? Now we have, which we're going to see also the effect in detail, how those clashes affect all three groups. We have the mythology folks claiming this is their god, this is the Zeus, Odin, all this type of Celtic, all different god. Every major had one. Then we have this one man that came and birthed 12 different tribes, and they were numerous in number. And out of those tribes, a few came up that wanted to keep that from specifically the tribe of Levites. They want to keep the honor of being called rabbi, of being given honor and stuff. So they split out of the holiness and corrupted themselves and got another whole religion called Judaism. And they've been fighting both the holy and the mythology. And the mythology doing the same to the holy and the Judaism faith. And there's three been at it for years, right? And after those, another ripple come out. Go to the fourth ripple. Christianity showed up. Same way as Abrahamic faith took root from holiness, Christianity took root out of the Jesus came back down trying to reintroduce the holiness that was lost. Now the Bible very clear on that, how he was preaching upon the scribes and the Pharisees, telling them you perverted from the way. The way you see it, you went all the way off, and now you corrupt. And for that, they crucified him. Didn't like him. And, we're going to go in details how that struggle happened in the Bible. Same way the Abrahamic faith came out of the holiness, same way Christianity came out of the second attempt of reviving the holiness through Jesus. Christianity showed up. And interesting way that showed up is the apostles of Jesus went preaching that revival wasn't new, was the old religion, holiness, that one same thing God to them that set in man for years. And there was some holy that gained some influence in Rome. That was the empire overwatching the major known world at that time. And they were with some success happening because they're doing miracles and reviving the dead and teleporting all over the place and doing all kind of crazy stuff, speaking different languages. People were like amazed by them, so they gained some influence. And Rome took notice of that and said, if we just changed from, because they were under mythology, they were worshiping Apollo, Demetrius, all those kind of gods. All right, they had their own mythology, Roman mythology. So they said people are changing from this Christianity thing. It was smart for us to now to say we are a Christian nation. Now the emperor, the counselors, all we are under, and that man that did all this, Constantine. Now he's the one that got the brains like, I'm losing the election here. I can't be. Now be Christian. Now you vote for me. And out of that, Christianity came, which was best known as the Roman Catholic Church, was the upfront of that. And they edited whatever they edited and got new, because before they were under mythology, they had their own traditions and customs. But now they adopted Christianity. Now they try to join those two. And that's why now people celebrate Christmas, because of the winter solstice was a pagan mythology celebration. Now you celebrate, what else?
Easter.
Past Easter. That's actually a god from Mesopotamia, Ishtar. Now all this, they combine those two. Now we have Christianity, the combination of a bit of mythology and a bit of understanding of what the second attempt of holiness came to them to be. That's a mix of them. Now that's Christianity. We're gonna go into details to that later. And out of all of this, now we have 4 people.
Hold off on
Right. Read Christianity definition first.
Christianity, major religion streaming from the life, teaching, and death of Jesus of Nazareth.
Stop right there. I don't agree with that. That's a lie. Okay. That's the section. That's what understands to be Christianity. That's what the Christians claim to be Christianity. But that's not of any of those 4 ripples understand to be Christianity, either I. Keep reading, finish it.
The Christ, or the appointed one, in the first century, it has been the largest of the world's religion and geographically the most widely diffused of all faiths.
Diffused of all faith. And even within Christianity, they claim to believe in the Bible. They claim to be the book of the Word of God. But the book of the Word of God claims that the way of God is narrow and small, and few will find it. That will come in clash with this definition right here, which claims to be the largest and the world's biggest, which is, if you look at the numbers, Christianity is the largest religion on the planet, which Bible actually says that's the way of damnation, that's the way of death. The land that the larger broader road is the way of death, and the narrow road, very few people find it. I mean, whole people today, morally excellence. Good luck finding them. They're narrow, very small. How many Christians we have here? The number 1 religion in the world. So this definition clash with it. So my definition of religion is this.
Alrighty, right here. Sorry.
Christianity definition: religion born out of Rome, the political class, according to their own understanding and misunderstandings based on the faith of apostles and those who believe in the words of Jesus for political, social convenience, patched, edited, and to suit and fit everyone for votes. If you have an objection, feel free to challenge me on those in this podcast. You'll be invited. That's my definition of Christianity. Go on to the next ripple. Islam. Read that definition of Islam.
The word Islam means submission to the will of God. Followers of Islam are called Muslims. Muslims are monotheistic and worship one, all-knowing God who is Arabic and knowing
who in Arabic
is known as Allah. Followers of Islam aim to live a life of complete submission to Allah.
Submission to Allah. So this another ripple that came, which is, to my opinion, very easy to disprove, because the point of this podcast is I'm going to show you all these claims of religion. People claim to believe in a God, and even those that don't claim to believe in a God. And we're going to see which one has the strongest case, which one has the strongest, which one has the strongest case in their claims. Islam, I studied it, but very quickly, because let me just quickly. They claim, they believe both in the Torah, right? In the Torah, they don't have to believe in the Injil, but they also believe in it. But they believe in Jesus. Where are you going to get Jesus from the testimony of the disciples, from the Gospels, right? But they claim the Gospels is corrupt, but they also claim that Paul came and changed things a little bit. That's their claim. But for people that believe in for this third ripple, which is Abraham faith, they also believe in Torah, which is the Christians also believe in the Torah. So they all three believe in the Torah, right? And the Torah justifies the New Testament within itself. Justifies it. It justifies about Jesus could come in and teaching apostles and apostles giving his word. So they justify the other books. And other books, for example, the book of Paul wrote says, don't believe anything else other than what's written here. Now, even if angel came from heaven with any other thing new, let the angel be accursed. The Bible says that. And the New Testament, which is the Islam's called Injil, is justified by the Old Testament, which Islam accepts to be true, right? And if Bibles justify each other, Old justify the New justify the Old, because they take from each other, right? Then if you come up with anything new, as an angel can talk to, because Islam claims the beginning of it is Muhammad went to the cave and spoke to an angel. An angel came to him, gave him Islamic faith. But the Bible justifies the ultimate they believe in, says not to do that. So that alone, to me, that proves them to be true. Because exactly what the Bible warns us about it will happen. That's what they claim that at the beginning. Angel coming to you in a cave talking to you. The Bible says, no, that's nonsense. Don't believe it. That's anything new. Don't take it. So if any Muslims want to come and talk to me about the strength of the
Quran,
show the validity of their claims, feel welcome to, open to it. Ripple is that.
You're on 4 going on the last one.
Mythology,
Holiness,
Judaism, Christianity.
So you're on 5.
Islam.
And then
we have 5 major, but out of them, of course, many more came, but over 2,000 of them now. But after this 5, another, I would consider as a belief, I'll consider that as a religion, which is
3 and 1, but first one, atheism.
Atheism. That's the 6th group that claims none of these 5 exist. That's the only group that comes to reason their way out of all of these 5, gone out of this distance. And what do they believe?
A person who disbelieves or lack belief in the evidence of God or gods.
On the existence of God or gods. So God, that is big G, Abrahamic faith claims that. Christianity claims that, and Islam claims that. They all believe in this one God, which is, they all bring the source from the Torah, which they claim to be the same God. And they might call it differently in their own language, but name is known as Yahweh, right? They all believe in that. They have different names, and he brought his to one claims is to Abraham. They believe he's a false prophet. He's burning in hell and excrement right now. Right?
Really?
No, yeah.
I didn't know that part.
No, yeah. In Christianity, believe is God himself, but Islam believe is just a prophet. It's the number 1 prophet of God. So they
believe the number 1 prophet's Adam.
Adam?
I think so.
What did Adam prophesy?
That's what they claim, I believe.
So that goes out the window. That's that one question. What's prophecy made by Adam? None. You cannot be a prophet. I prophesy something. That's the word prophet.
I think they believe their number 1 prophet.
No, I don't think so. They believe Jesus is it. Actually, they don't believe Muhammad is. And
he's the last prophet.
He's the last prophet.
Which one brings to completion or whatever.
But
research.
Yes. But the God, that's mythology. That's part of the mythology. That's the only group that believes that. But there's many of them. To this day, we have mythology out there. Even Marvel Cinematics, trying to bring them back, revive them back to that, but they've been there a long time ago because somebody climbed Mount Olympus, didn't find Zeus there, so that was out the window. Right? Okay. Mythology claims that, and the 3 other major religions claim that. Number 1 being Christianity, second Islam, third
No. First mythology, second holiness, third
No.
Christianity.
I mean, no. Out of the big G gods, there's 3 religions that claims it.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Christianity, which has the major number. Number 2 is
Judaism.
I gotta watch out the finger there. No, number 2 is Islam. Number 3 is Judaism. They're the fewer number. And the other small G god, that's come with mythology, with the little gods, demigods, semi-demigods, the sons of demigods. That's mythology. So atheism, what comes to what disprove all of that. Okay, let's go to. I also consider Darwinism. Because before there was always atheists out there, people that never believed in a God or in gods since the beginning of time.
Just a side note, right here, prophets and messengers named in the Quran, they believe number 1 was Adam, then 2 was Idris, Enoch or whatever, then Noah, then all that. But they do believe Adam is the first one.
First,
Prophet.
what did he prophesy?
We have to get a Muslim here to inform us.
Islam come and inform us. What did Adam prophesy or said that would happen did happen. That's the name of the prophet, the mouth of God. That's the prophet on earth. Who did he talk to?
He named the animals. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, all right. So I believe also Darwinism is a part of, because like I was saying before, the word atheism was coined. I believe there's always somebody out there that didn't believe in Zeus or Thor and those guys. I believe there's always in every culture of mythology there's someone out there like that's nonsense. That would be me back in the days if I was that guy, right? And also people that didn't believe in the 3 major ripples, but they were never given a name and a foundation and an explanation. They didn't have a root.
Title.
They didn't have a seed where the trees can come and bring their own separate branches of themselves, and Darwinism accomplished that, which is when I read that
Darwinism is a theory of biological evolution developed by the English naturalist Charles Darwin and others, stating that all species of organism arrived and developed through the natural selection of small inherited variations that increase the individual abilities to compete, survive, and reproduce.
So in atheism now they have a guy now scientifically, that claims to be scientifically, to show that they have a basis, they have an explanation, they have a stand, they have a tree now, they have variations of. When out of those variations, agnosticism is one of them. People that believe, people that doubt, people that don't believe at all, people that doubt. That's a variation of dismissing God, the existence of God, with evidence of existence of God. Go and agnostics see what they. So to me, they're all on the same tree. They're just variations of itself. Like same as you have variations of the other ripples of religion, you have variations of disbelief. We have variations of belief, we have variations of disbelief. The person who believes that nothing is known or can be known of the existence of a nature of God or anything beyond natural phenomena, a person who claims neither faith nor disbelief in God. So that's just variation of atheism, agnostics. I'll put it. Okay, that's an introduction of topic religion, and I personally never claimed to one of them. And my job here, or my attempt here, is to go in detail throughout how long it takes to prove my stance, to prove why my stance is the strongest claim and the strongest evidence out of all of them, either scientifically, spiritually, historically, geographically,
logically.
That's subjective, I would say. Logic is subjective. Because you can be a cuckoo head and think your logic is the logical logic.
That's true.
All right?
True.
If you're going to follow logic, what logic we follow? Hitler's logic?
No, my logic.
Your logic, my logic, what logic will we follow? That's subjective, I'd say. But things that we can see and taste and feel, get in the water, see if it's cold or wet.
Yeah.
See how long you take until I can eat your meat because it's just cooked. That's not subjective. That's nature. So that's my job here. To go to all the claims from the beginning, and prove my case and why my stance is the strongest one, which I claim the stance of the second ripple, holiness. Which one do you claim and stick to us on this journey?